Don't wait for opportunity, create it. Maybe with this positive thought, industries were established in later half of 18th century. Dear students, let's start class 8 Geography chapter 5 Industries. Industries are secondary activities also known as manufacturing. It is that secondary activity which is concerned with production of goods, that is changing of raw material from primary industry into finished goods of more value to the people. Extraction of minerals and provision of services are also concerned with it. We can classify industries on the basis of raw material used in it, according to the size or volume of production, and also on the basis of ownership. As we know, primary activities provide raw material to many industries, so industries related to agriculture are known as agro-based industries like cotton textile. Mineral-based industries, where minerals are being used as raw materials like iron and steel industries. Marine-based industries, where products obtained from sea or ocean are being used as raw materials like manufacturing of fish oil. Then forest-based industries obtain raw material from forest area like paper industries. On the basis of size, industries can be classified into small-scale industries and large-scale industries. Cottage or household industries are the part of small-scale industries, where products are manufactured by artisans by hands. Example, basket weaving, candle making, etc. Small-scale industries are bigger than cottage industries but smaller than large-scale industries. Small-scale industries comprise of small enterprises that manufacture goods or provide services with the help of small machines and a few workers, while large-scale industries work with the help of large machines and many workers. Now come to ownership, where industries are public sector, private sector, joint sector and cooperative. In public sector, business is under the control of government and profit can be used for social development like railways, post office, etc. In private sector, business is centralized in the hands of few owners like Reliance Industries, etc. Tisco and Bajaj Auto, etc. are the examples of joint industries where are the joint ventures of public and private sectors. Amul is the example of cooperative sector. In it, group of people start any venture. To set up any type of industry, we must be aware about the ideal factors for its location. Easy availability of raw material, uninterrupted power supply, sufficient land for further development, well-connected transport system, skilled and unskilled labor at reasonable cost, sufficient capital and closeness to the market are related factors. Industries also have a proper system where inputs are raw material, labor, transport, power supply, etc. Process in which raw materials are converted into finished goods. Then output, where we get end product and also profit earned. Here is a word map in which world's main industrial regions are shown like Mumbai, Chennai in India, Nigeria, Nairobi, Ghana, etc. in Africa and so on. If industries give economic development to the society, it may cause disasters also. In industries, accidents or disasters mainly occur due to the technical failure or irresponsible handling of hazardous materials. Bhopal gas tragedy in India is the worst example of it, where highly poisonous gas methyl isocyanate along with hydrogen cyanide and other products leaked out of the pesticide factory of Union Carbide. That tragedy caused the loss of life and different many ailments. To save humans from such disasters, risk reduction measures can be used. These measures are as follows. To set up industries away from populated areas, workers must be aware about any possible effects in case if an accident occurs. Improved fire alarms, fighting systems and good storage capacity of toxic elements should be there. Let's read about iron and steel industries, which is known as backbone of modern industries. because from infrastructure to machineries etc. come from this. Its inputs are iron ore, coal, limestone, labor, site, infrastructure etc. While in process, iron ore is sent to blast furnace for smelting and refining. In output, we get steel as finished goods. Here we have a picture to understand making of steel from iron ore in blast furnace. The location of iron and steel industries in 1800 was on the basis of availability of raw material, power supply, running water, etc. But in recent period or modern age, in or around 1950, flat land near seaport to export are the basic requirement. In India, iron and steel industries are located in 4 states only: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh. Here are 2 cities belonging to 2 different countries, Jamshedpur in India and Pittsburgh, USA, where iron and steel plants located. In Jamshedpur, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO, is the only plant established before 1947 at Sakchi. Many other related industries are centralized here. It is at the confluence of Subarnarekha and Kharkai rivers, which provide sufficient water. It is near iron ore producing areas like Odisha, coal from Jharia coal field, manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh, etc. Kolkata provides closeness to market and connects with railways. Government support and rapid development add feathers to its cap. Then Pittsburgh in USA has its locational advantages. Iron mine and Minnesota provide iron ore and coal locally and cheaply. Ohio, Monongahela, Allegheny are the rivers which provide water supply. Its closeness to world's best sea route provides support to it. Cotton textile industry. It is the oldest industry in the world. It brought industrial revolution in later part of 18th century in Britain. Now India, Japan and USA are the leading producers of it. It is natural as well as man-made material, where raw materials are cotton, wool, jute, etc. Before British rule, India had a glorious tradition of producing excellent quality cotton textile. Example, muslin, chint, calicos, gold wrought cotton, etc. Here is a comparison of 2 cities, Ahmedabad, India and Osaka, Japan. Both are known as Manchester of India and Manchester of Japan respectively. Ahmedabad's closeness to cotton producing areas ensures easy availability of raw material. Osaka's plain area provide good location for cotton mills. Both have ideal warm and moist climate for weaving and spin. Sabarmati River near Ahmedabad and Yodo River in Osaka provide sufficient water supply. Ahmedabad gets skilled and semi-skilled labor from nearby states. Products in both cities are of good quality and cheap. Roadways, railways and ports are the beneficial for import and export. Now come to emerging industry, that is information technology, which is growing fast nowadays. It works over storing, processing and distribution of information. Bengaluru, India and California, USA are the 2 main IT centers in the world. Bengaluru is located in Deccan Plateau, known as Silicon Plateau. It has mild climate throughout the year. Here, a series of technological, political and socio-economic events take place. Government's IT policy provides a great support to it. Due to large pool of population, availability of English-speaking skilled youth are easily available, which adds its glory. California's Silicon Valley, a part of Santa Clara Valley, has temperate climate. It is close to advanced scientific and technological centers in the world. Here is pleasant and clean environment with space for future development. This area also has the benefit of having a skilled workforce. That's all for industries today. Thank you for listening with patience.